Oh, this is
he
so
wants to flick it in there, too.
No, he's got the chips in hand so bad. Think long, think wrong.
It's hard to watch.
It is hard to watch. It hurts me on the inside.
It's high-stakes night here at TCH Live. Wednesday night, coming off of a historic stream last night with Brad, Owen, and Andrew Neeme. We're playing 10, 25, 50, about as high as it gets in this area.
But I think this game is it's got a lot of the high-stake players. We got some of the same repeat faces from last night's, and all of these guys are regulars on the big game. And we're starting it off already with some action here. The real JD opening up under the gun. 8-7 suited getting 3-bet by Swirlz in a flat call going heads up.
Ooh.
Interesting flop here. Got a gutter ball, 2 overs for the real JD, and Swirlz with 2 better overs and a gutter ball as well.
Big stacks here to begin with. 550 here with 2 overs and a wheel draw. So betting about 1/3 pot. Real JD.
That's
for a call.
I think that's trick time from last week. Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Spikes it for Swirlz. He's got the wheel now.
Spikes the wheel. Real JD drawing to his own inside straight draw now.
Yep.
To the nuts, but he actually lets him get there. 8. Ooh. Money card there for Swirlz as he might actually get some payment from the real JD here if he puts a small one out there.
Just a little bit. Swirlz got to start pumping up the pot now if he wants to get any more out of this. Puts in the $1,500 3/5 pot size bets. I like it. Nice value-y type size. Can get called from a lot of things here. And the 8 is kind of one of those perfect cards that he might just get a little bit of value from. So we'll see what the real JD decides to do here. As played thus far, Swirlz is going to have a lot of ace high here. So it's he can have the wheel a lot. However, wow.
Huge check raise here. $5,200 insta-call from Swirlz.
From Swirlz, and the real JD already starting off the game with a gigantic pot.
What do we have to do to entertain you people? First, let's see. Yeah, be sure to put your questions in the chat if you got questions about the game or about the card house or about your fearless commentators or whatever. Happy to answer your questions all night. We'll be here till 10 p.m. I think we were here till the stream went till midnight last night.
Oh, yeah. We were here real late. Had all the vloggers here in the booth with us. We had Lexo Poker. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely hit up his channel. Give him a subscribe. Give him a like if you like. And then we had, after that, we had Mr. Owen come in here, then followed by Mr. Neeme, and then Brad joined me for the last hour after Dad talking here had to go be a dad.
Do more dad and less talking.
Do more dad and less talking, 100%. Got a pot building here for sure. Bottom pair and hard draw for Swirlz. Real JD with open-ended to Broadway here. Broadway or straight to the king.
So everybody's drawing here. 2,800 in the pot. Swirlz with pretty nice hand pair and a flourish draw.
The real JD is not slowing down. Swirlz, kind of a short stack here, but not short enough to get him off of this hand. Pretty big hand here. No reason to raise just yet. I like the flat call. Just go ahead and realize your equity. Bricks it off. However,
Swirlz is still good, technically.
He does have the best hand currently. The real JD bricked as well.
Got to put a bet out here if you want any chance of winning.
If you want to win, you got to bet. However, Swirlz, by calling twice on these big bets, has already shown a fair amount of strength, so it's kind of hard to put in that third bullet sometimes.
Real JD's shown he's got some heart, and so he might put a big one out there. And he looks like he does.
He puts out a gigantic bet.
Full
pot.
If Swirlz calls here again and wins this huge pot back-to-back versus Real JD.
This would be an absolutely monstrous call.
After winning that straight hand versus the real JD for like 14,000.
Yeah.
Swirlz not immediately throwing it away. He's
not out yet.
He's considering that, I have sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was going to say something about him blocking hearts, but he's reverse.
Yeah, no, he's reverse blocking, so he'd rather
not have hearts
his
in his
opponent
hand.
be on a heart draw, but
right.
He does have a pair here. Man, this sinks. This is a rough spot. Credit to Swirlz, though, for not having folded yet. He's giving it enough thought. He has seen. Oh, but he does let it go.
He's gonna show it.
Oh man, look at that. Man, dude, the real JD's got like the snap for it. He like gets it.
Yeah. Any idea how late they're?
They said they're probably gonna stay till about midnight, maybe a little later, and then they're gonna do the usual after game drinks and chill.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be fun. I'm not gonna play tonight. I got murdered today, so. Kind of unfortunate. I have never been to a meetup game, nor have I ever played with Neeme or Owen. I'd like to take some of their money. Mm-hmm. Too bad. Not today. Not in the mood. JD waking up. 2 ladies again. Got the ladies.
Wow.
Not in a good position here against Rom. 2 boys. The Cowboys. And JD putting in the 4-bet. Out of position with queens. Given the stack depths and it being in position here, I think Rom has a natural slow play here. You're going to be so far ahead of all of your opponents' 4-betting range. You're either behind against aces or you're way ahead of everything else. So it's a good idea to flat call. Sometimes mix in some calls, protect your 4-bet range, your 4-bet calling range with hands that are nutted as kings.
So JD 4-betting here versus Rom.
Oh, but Rom looks like he's putting in the 5 bets. Give me the money. Counting out a bet, very deliberate. Puts in the 5-bet here. Looks like 4.8K.
JD knows Rom
half his stack
tonight hasn't really gotten out of line, and so he's taking this bet seriously.
I would think so. Pretty hard to have a 5-bet bluff range. We've seen it happen. We've seen it. Steven definitely has one. But does JD think Rom is capable of 5-betting even a little bit light here? Does this indicate anything other than kings or aces? Not often. Does he ever do it with jacks? Does he ever do it with ace-king? Very possible. Hard to fold when your head's up in this position.
Yeah. I imagine he's going to find a fold. He calls here. He's out of position against a guy that's 5-bet him.
Yeah.
But he does call.
He does call. Rom can still have ace-king here a lot of the time. In fact, that combo is more likely than anything else.
$10,000 pot here.
Ooh, and
8,
that's a
5,
flop
7.
that's going to get everyone in trouble. JD, sorry, bud. Can't run good forever. Rom with about a 5/9 pot size bet. Going to probably just ship it here. Can't imagine he's going to do anything else. And I don't think JD can fold, so this is one of those cooler situations. Truefish in the, what is this? The chat announces what games you usually play in stakes, any love for PLO, etc. I'm a 2-card man. I am a no-limit man, and I usually play the 2-5 games here. Usually buying in for about $1,500 or so.
I don't play that much anymore just because I have a newborn, so it's hard to find the
priorities
time.
or something.
I know. But in a perfect world, when I do get to play, I prefer to play the limit mixed games whenever those run, rarely. I'll play the 2 and 4 card. I've played some PLO in my day and some Congress, or Big O, however you say it. Not well, but I prefer more cards than less.
Wow.
And Rom putting in a big bet here.
Does not go for the all-in. I'm very surprised by this bet.
Bets.
Oh, he must have had more money than we thought.
Oh, yeah. So he bet $6,000 here.
Yeah.
$15,000 pot, and so JD's got a decision here.
Pretty strong line whenever you bet 3/4 of your stack, just trying to get called. JD now in an awkward position, either shove or fold. This would be a monster of a fold. Pot's already ballooned insane.
Yeah, this is a huge pot. $15,000. You know, how often is Rom doing this with ace-king suited? Is he ever 5-betting with ace-king off?
Wow.
Big fold.
Wow.
Big fold.
Big fold. JD,
if Rom could show a bluff there, that would just...
My man.
Impressive
that is
fold.
Insane.
I don't know how much money he's got behind.
The only real bluff that Rom has there is like ace-king of spades. Just do us a favor. Click that little button for us. Ooh, Kyle Z waking up. 2 birds in the hole. None in the bush.
Oh, 2 pointy boys?
2 pointy boys.
Kyle Z?
Slices of pizza. American Airlines.
Pizza sounds nice.
Pizza does. You know, they had pizza out on the floor yesterday, and they didn't tell us. Wow.
Oh, like for everybody?
Yeah, and they didn't tell us.
Oh, that's brutal.
It was brutal. Steven, 3 bets in the big blind with 2 queens. Rom stuck in the middle of 2 massive hands with 9-8 suited. Kyle going to put in the 4-bet. Oh, yeah, 4-bet to just a min click here to 2K. I like this 4-bet size given the stack depth that he's at. He's pretty short, and Steven just says, "Let's go all in, bud. Let's just go."
Oh, he's only got 5,300
Just go
behind.
for it. Let's just. I mean, he's all in. There it is. Boom, and Steven just snaps it off. Here we go, guys. Classic cooler. AA versus QQ. Let's see what we got. Kyle says, "I have the nuts, bud." Ace. Oh, drawn dead now for the queens. Wait,
unless
does he have a spade? Oh, wow.
Chop.
They're chopping it up. Are they really chopping it up?
Oh, no,
he's got
Steven
the spade.
has a queen of spades.
He's got the spade.
And they only ran it one time.
What? Yeah, Kyle's a one-time guy. What a massive cooler. What a massive cooler.
Oh, I couldn't.
Kyle Z had outs, and he bricks them all, man.
I couldn't see the graphics. Aces versus
my
queens and
God.
queens. Turn.
Nate, speaking of all the ladies, waking up with 2 of them. Same time here in the hijack. JD putting in the 3-bet in the cutoff with the wheel ace. Rom, pocket 9s. Small blind. He's up a nice, good chunk tonight.
Absolutely.
Doubled through JD. Oh, near doubled through JD. Puts in the flat call, the cold call.
Yep.
To the 3-bets. And Nate.
This is the problem with
the
cold call.
Yep, is that the original Ranger's range is still uncapped at this point. So he can come in with the 4-bet. You know, he can just come in and say, "Hey, remember that money you put in there? It's gonna be mine now." So
Rom might choose to set mine here out of
here
position.
He does.
If he hits here, this is a $53,000 pot.
Yeah, no kidding,
sometimes.
Right?
Jack 8 9.
God.
Sorry, Jack 8 10. All diamonds.
Both players with a straight flush draw.
Oh.
You said something about a 40K pot. Did I hear that?
$53,000 pot.
My
or I guess 46.
God. The
whatever.
money goes in.
The money's gotta go in.
It
right?
how can it not? Like, first of all, this board smashes Rom's range a lot more. Cold calling a what is it? A 4-bet. Cold calling a 4-bet, he's going to have a lot more jacks, 10s, etc. in this spots. And I love he's going for the raise. He's pulling out raise. Oh, wait, no, just a flat call. Just a flat call.
Dude,
just a flat call. 6 on the brick. Black card. Doesn't matter. Changes nothing. Checks it over to Nate, who checks it back. Guys, where's y'all's pot?
6 on the river. So, wow, fades everything.
Fades everything.
$11,000 pot right now.
Where is
Nate
y'all's pot?
I know.
Where
wow,
is it?
Dude. Two flopping
happened?
straight flush draws.
Oh, man. Rom, however, going to value himself just a little bit. Puts in, oh, my God.
It's a big bet.
That is like a 6.3K bet. 6.3 thousand. Nate, this is actually a rough spot to be in. You block straights, but they don't really matter right now. Actually, they do. Excuse me. King, Queen suited could very well be in Rom's range here. Probably not likely, but definitely a rough spot to be in here whenever you get led into. As I said, this board really smashes a 4-bet calling range. All these middling cards, you kind of hate to see it. Pretty hard to put your opponent on anything less than at least Ace-Jack. Like, anything less. It's more likely that he's got maybe even pocket 8s, pocket 10s, pocket jacks that just boated up here. And I really like Rom's decision to lead here. I think he recognizes the same thing I do, that this board, he's going to have all the sets, all the nuts, all the suited diamond combos. He just has everything beat here, and he goes for the big bet on the end. Wouldn't have even been crazy for him to go bigger, something like 8,000 or 9,000 to put on a little bit of extra spicy pressure. Wow, this is actually a rough spot. It is not as clear cut as it seems by any means.
Getting 3-1 on a call. How often is Queen's good here?
Not often. Honestly, not often. Like 9s is the stone bottom of a range like this and arguably shouldn't even be in a 4-bet calling range out of position.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so hard for Nate to put him on this exact hand.
And Nate's visibly uncomfortable.
Wow, he lets it go. He lets it go.
$18,000 pot to Rom, and he shows it.
Shows the 9 of diamonds. Shows it.
Oh, baby.
Disgusting.
He's going to look back at the stream for that one.
Oh,
$18,000 pot headed to Rom's way.
Ooh, here we go. Swirlz maybe getting some redemption. This is probably going to tilt the bananas out of him if he gets a bunch of folds.
Yeah.
If he gets a bunch of folds in the
get
blinds with aces, with a slice of Seattle, the red birds. Oh, my God. I would lose it. I'd be done. Oh, and Peck. Hey, there you go. There's the action he wants. Neha in the chat, flop is as weak as the Dallas Mavericks. Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words, dude.
So Peck 3-bet here in the third blind with Jack-10 suited. Swirlz, don't overplay this. You
gotta get some back.
Gotta get some back. You
but
also
he's
don't
putting in the 4. Steven says, "Whoopsie, what did I get in between?"
So Peck
4
here.
bets, gigantic. Oh, that's so big. I think you're folding out too much a little bit with that. Committing so much of your stack, too. It wouldn't have been crazy to just flat call there with the aces in a blind battle. Peck's going to be 3-betting a lot lighter than normal, and you have the nuts. So, could have gone either way. Given your stack depth, 4-betting. I mean, you are out of position. I think it's fine.
Walter Rutledge, the prize pool was over $50K last weekend. Walter R. Was at the final table, if I remember correctly.
Hey,
did pretty well
Walter.
for himself.
Wow, and Peck coming along. Swirlz getting.
Let's do it.
Let's see a 28K pot.
This is not the hand you want to see versus aces.
No, not at all.
King Jack 8.
Peck second pair, tons of equity. Swirlz loves this flop. This smashes your opponent's calling range. Oh, and he checks it. Sneaky. So sneaky. Swirlz is basically saying, I have queens here. That's really all he's saying. Either that or he's slow playing a set or aces.
Peck.
And gonna check it back. Scary.
9 of diamonds on the turn, bro. Wow, open and a straight flush draw here for Peck.
This is so gross.
So he's got a real shot here against these aces.
Oh, man. And Swirlz continues to check.
Do you check to realize all your equity here, or do you start betting?
I think you got to start betting. Once your opponent checks twice, I don't know. It's really close. It's a really odd line to have taken with the aces here. And Peck, you can check and realize all your equity, or you can start bluffing now to fold out queens and win the pot. It's already a gigantic pot. It's 9K in the middle. It's hard to just check down with Jack high and then give it up.
Yeah.
With 9K in the middle already. Look at Peck's thinking face.
That's definitely his thinking face.
Yeah, I like a bet here of like 3K. Which looks like he agrees. He agrees with me. 3,000 Swirlz. Double checking his hand. Not going anywhere just yet.
Just a call. Quick call there. Timing tell probably means something. 7 pure.
Wow.
So Peck here, Rivers, just money sauce here. $15,000 pot. He's got less than a pot size bet left.
That's
I think the only
so gross.
Do you just ship it here?
There's nothing else you can do. Swirlz only has 7K
How often
left.
does Peck have a 10 in a 4-bet pot here?
Pocket tens.
Pocket tens only, really.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much only. Jack 10 doesn't show up here often. But yeah. I don't think this was the spot to slow play post flop, and Peck gonna ship it. Swirlz
not having a good night.
This is awful.
This feels like the cards are against you when you run this bad.
Oh man. Oh, he's got the chips in the hand so bad. Think long, think wrong. No. Oh, I thought he was about to just be like, well, here you go.
I think he must be thinking exactly like,
wow,
good fold.
He made the fold.
$30,000 pot.
Blah. Disgusting, Peck.